Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gash, producers of the finest tomato paste in the Gambia. Jaja tomato paste, available in 5 kilos, 1 kilo and in sachets. For wholesale and retail, visit our factory at Banjulunding. We are also producers of Jaja mineral water, cool, clear and fresh. Gash, Gambia, Angola, China Holding, with headquarters at Fatu Golden Plaza, Mile 7, Bertel Harding Highway. Gash Group also provides the best security company, Gash Security, for your offices, warehouses, homes and personal property. Gash Group for all your construction projects, offering you quality water reticulation for your gardens, pump irrigation, tidal irrigation projects and all types of buildings. You can contact Gash on 396-7894, 700-8993, 373-0259. Visit us at Gash Global Group on Battle Harden Highway, Fatu Golden Plaza. Our website www.gashglobal.com. Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gash.
Sophie Milk ñu ngi fété juróom benn ati cafka bu dul dañ ñoo leen indil Jalika full cream milk powder neex saf sàpp te bari cafka pour di leen jërëjëfati si ni ngeen defee Sophie Milk seen favorite milk brand léegi mun ngeen a jëfandikoo empty Jalika milk sachets wala carton pour gagner ay xéewal yu riche pour gagner motorbike dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty carton yi Jalika milk pour gagner yeneen xéewal yu mel ni PlayStation 4 TV fridge freezer, gas cooker, bicycle wala mobile phone. dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty Jalika milk sachets def leen si biir envelope binda si sa tur ak sa téléphone number. mun ngeen ko yóbbu si bépp Jalika milk agent bu leen gën a jege. pour xam bi si raful yi dem leen Jalika milk Facebook page. Jalika milk mooy meew bu ees bu leen so fi indil gën a neex saf sàpp te riche.
TAF Africa Global is the first and biggest private estate developer in the Gambia and present in 7 other African countries. We take pride in leading innovation in all spheres of real estate sector in the Gambia and beyond. As such, we are launching the development of the first smart and modern office and retail towers in the Gambia called TAF Twins. The TAF Twins is located in the heart of the Kanifing institutional area and 10 minutes drive away from Banjul. TAF Twins is designed to have 5 floors of office spaces ranging from 50 square meters to over 1,000 square meters with 2 elevators, central air conditioning, 24 hours electricity and water supply, with the ground floor reserved for banking, supermarket, restaurant and coffee shop. For your bookings and reservations, please call now on 376-2333 or 776-2333. Thank you.
It's a warm reception to our studio here in Serekunda. This is Star TV News with me, Dado Cham. In the headlines tonight, Dabo accuses NPP of fomenting tribalism. Trial of alleged notorious fraudster, Karanta Dabo resumes. Vicky's Skills Center holds 11th graduation ceremony. Tamsil Jasa say Gambia, our homeland, poised to effect a system change. On the international scene, Taliban seized key districts in Afghanistan as government forces flee. Knesset to vote on Palestinian family reunification law. Jeff Bezos steps down. Amazon founder leaves CEO role after 27 years. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. The Secretary General of the United Democratic Party, lawyer Usaini Dabo, has accused the NPP of fanning the flames of tribalism. Modu Albaji has more details in this report.
The veteran politician was speaking in a press conference organized in his office at Pipeline to react to a widely circulated audio insulting Wolofs in UDP's name. The press conference also dealt with issues deemed as inimical to the country's peace and tranquility. Darboe told journalists that the UDP has no hand in the viral audio, explaining that his wives and some key UDP members are of Wolof stock. He added that UDP will not encourage insult against any tribe.
Gambian elections have never been marred by violence. And we cannot allow the 2021 elections and subsequent elections following it to be marred by violence. In the past few days, we had some terrible, some terrible audio making the rounds, on which someone claims to be, in fact, someone, actually insulting and using the most profane language against members of the Wolof community, the female members of the Wolof community in particular. This is very regrettable, and UDP denounces such conduct. It is un-Gambian. It is not in the culture of the United Democratic Party to engage in abusive activities.
Darboe stated that UDP's investigation has shown that the audio was the product of the NPP.
But currently, the NPP knows that they are losing ground. And they are losing ground very, very fast. That audio in 2020, they now take it and inject it in the social media now to make it, as we say, a fresh happening, new happening. This is what is happening. The fact NPP is the party that is really fomenting tribalism in this country, because bringing out this audio that was made in 2020, now you are really putting tribes against each other, and it just shows that this is a party that has absolutely no interest of this country at heart. APRC, with all their terrible things, they have never resorted to this type of dirty politics.
The UDP flag bearer pointed out that he has since 1996 has been admonishing the party militants to eschew violence on the reported attack on the UDP voter registration monitoring team in Kanilai. Darboe shared.
Kanilai, in fact, Kanilai is part of the Gambia. Nobody in the exercise of their legitimate political right can be denied entry into Kanilai if they want to go there. We cannot allow violence to start marring our image. Can't afford it. That it is imperative on all of us to maintain the peace. In fact, not only was our team beaten, but even the supervisor, when he said that these people have a right to monitor, he was also beaten.
Lawyer Darboe called on the police to take action in the Kanilai alleged assault on his party's monitoring team, as he warned UDP militants against violence. For Star TV, I am Modu Elbaji.
Alleged notorious fraudster Karanta Darboe is undergoing trial on 19 counts of obtaining money by false pretenses and forgery. Binta Koli attended his trial today, and she prepares this report.
A native of Sukuta in Kombo North, Karanta Darboe was in 2019 paraded before TV cameras at the anti-crime unit's headquarters after being nabbed by the police on strings of allegations. At the time of his arrest, he was 44 and alleged to have 44 case files bordering on fraud. He is currently undergoing trial at the Kanifi Magistrates Court on charges of purchasing forged US dollar bill, obtaining goods on credit through false pretenses, among a litany of offenses. On resumption of his trial on Monday, Magistrate Aissatou Jain told the court that Karanta has been found guilty on 10 of the 19 counts against him. The prosecution on Monday argued that Karanta has been convicted on 3 occasions at various law courts on charges of theft, illegal possession of firearms, and possession of fake banknotes. The prosecution tendered the records of the various courts to the magistrate. But Karanta's lawyer argued that the records are official and the prosecutor should not possess them. The lawyer further argued that his client was never convicted thrice and that some of the counts are civil matters. When asked about his criminal records, Karanta denied being convicted for 3 times, saying he was only convicted once, for which he served 8 months out of the 1-year sentence. The case continues. For Star TV News, I am Binta Kule.
The 11th graduation ceremony of Vicky's Skills Center was held on Friday, with 40 students graduating. Adama Jengjallo reports.
Speaking on the occasion, the CEO of Vicky's Skills Center, Victoria G. Tamba, said the center was established to develop outstanding citizens and businesses in the areas of cosmetology and hairdressing.
Vicky's Training and Skills Center was established to develop outstanding citizens and business of the Gambia in the cosmetology and hairdressing industry by providing professional skills in this field. This gives graduating students immediate access to employment in salons across the country and possible employment at Vicky's salon. The purpose of this is to enhance students, develop their skills, and become self-employed and independent. We offer certificate level for 1 year and diploma level courses 6 months in hairdressing and cosmetology.
A lecturer at the center, also a consultant, Francis G. Mansari, talked about the importance of skills to the development of the nation.
That is not developed. But when we decide to make use of the natural resources and we decide to capacitate, in other words, see how we developed skills, try for people to be skilled or trained with their skills and with their training incorporated with the resources the nation has that is natural, you see the nation developed. Today we see a lot of people who go along or alongside doing virtually nothing because they have nothing to do. But when you have the skills, you have the knowledge to do something, and then it is properly used, then you see it brings development. For a nation to be developed, the individual has to be developed, the family have to be developed, and when individually we are developed, collectively the nation is developed.
Mr. Mansari advised the graduating students against complacency as he urged them to optimally utilize the skills gained, saying there is a high demand for skilled people around the world.
Don't sit back, don't relent, don't stop there. The world is looking for somebody who is skilled. This building you are seeing today, it comes from skill. The chair you are sitting on is skill. The microphone I'm using is skill. Everything you see used today, it has to come out of a skill. But the difference is how you use your skill. Are you going to keep your certificates or are you going to make use of your skill?
The registrar at the Gambia Telecommunications and Multimedia Institute, who doubles as the institute's public relations officer, Demba Sala, told his audience that no profession is more elevated than the other. He advised the graduating students to be passionate about their profession as he dilated on the need for them to be more ambitious about coming up with their own startups. An influencer and socialite, Ndei Olital, also spoke at the event. The TV personality said,
"The friends and family gather around and support you and don't let you bail out." In the poem, if by Hiplin he wrote, "Yours is the earth and everything that's in it." Fellow students, yours is caught there. So tirelessly, do it and don't quit. Each and every one of us knows a story only Allah has foretold. So to all my graduates, move on from here tomorrow. Be strong and be bold.
Certificates were awarded to the graduating students and the event climaxed in an entertainment. Meanwhile, Vicky Skills Center was established in 2008 and has since graduated over 750 students, with some currently employed in public and private enterprises. For Star TV News, I am Adama Jang Jallo.
The flag bearer of the Gambia, our homeland, Tamsir Jassey, has said one of the reasons for his foray into politics is to ensure a change of government. Our Sani tells us more.
Tamsir Jassey made these remarks on Friday as multitudes of people gathered at the Paradise Suites Hotel to witness his introduction to the electorate. The former director of immigration pointed out that one of his aims is to usher in a government premised on checks and balances. He said his campaign team's approach to the system change it advocates is twofold, saying the need for change is important and urgent. It advocates is to need for change is important. The country's political temperature is meantime rising by each passing day, barely 5 months to go before Gambians choose their president. Reporting for Star TV News, I am Awasane.
Those were the local stories. We will be back with the international news after the short break.
Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gosh, producers of the finest tomato paste in the Gambia. Jaja tomato paste, available in 5 kilos, 1 kilo and in sachets. For wholesale and retail, visit our factory at Banjulanding. We are also producers of Jaja mineral water, cool, clear and fresh. Gosh, Gambia, Angola, China Holding, with headquarters at Fatu Golden Plaza, Mile 7, Bertel Harding Highway. Gosh Group also provides the best security company, Gosh Security, for your offices, warehouses, homes and personal property. Gosh Group for all your construction projects, offering you quality water reticulation for your gardens, pump irrigation, tidal irrigation projects and all types of buildings. You can contact Gosh on 396-7894, 700-8993, 373-0259. Visit us at Gosh Global Group on Battle Harden Highway, Fatu Golden Plaza. Our website www.goshglobal.com. Gambia, Angola, China Holding, Gosh.
Sophie Milk ñu ngi fété juróom benn ati cafka bu dut dañ ñoo leen indil Jalika full cream milk powder neex saf sàpp te bari cafka pour di leen jërëjëfati si ni ngeen defee Sophie Milk seen favorite milk brand léegi mun ngeen a jëfandikoo empty Jalika milk sachets wala carton pour gagner ay xéewal yu riche. Pour gagner motorbike dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty carton yi Jalika milk pour gagner yeneen xéewal yu mel ni PlayStation 4, TV, fridge freezer, gas cooker, bicycle wala mobile phone. dajaleel fukk ak juróomi empty Jalika milk sachets def leen si biir enveloppe binda si sa tur ak sa téléphone number. Mun ngeen ko yóbbu si bépp Jalika milk agent bu leen gën a jege. Pour xam bi si raful yi dem leen Jalika milk Facebook page. Jalika milk mooy meew bu ees bu leen so fi indil gën a neex saf sàpp te riche.
Africa Global is the first and biggest private estate developer in the Gambia and present in 7 other African countries. We take pride in leading innovation in all spheres of real estate sector in the Gambia and beyond. As such, we are launching the development of the first smart and modern office and retail towers in the Gambia called TAF Twins. The TAF Twins is located in the heart of the Kanifing institutional area and 10 minutes drive away from Banjul. TAF Twins is designed to have 5 floors of office spaces ranging from 50 square meters to over 1,000 square meters with 2 elevators, central air conditioning, 24 hours electricity and water supply, with the ground floor reserved for banking, supermarket, restaurant and coffee shop. For your bookings and reservations, please call now on 376-2333 or 776-2333. Thank you.
And now the news beyond our borders. The Taliban has made significant territorial gain in Afghanistan in the past weeks as U.S. forces count down to their final withdrawal. Al Jazeera's Hamar Rachel Hartz reports.
Abandoned and empty, families have been forced to flee Kandahar after fierce fighting between Afghan government forces and the Taliban. They say they can't defeat the armed group on their own.
There is no peace. If one helicopter came here, it would be enough for all of Kandahar. Why don't they use helicopters against them? They targeted me. They tried to kill me. If they killed me, then who will look after my children?
Asadullah, a local police commander, says they're under-resourced and struggle in the fight against the armed group.
The situation is going to be bad. Police and border forces have equipment problems. Commandos and the National Army are based a bit far, and we're on the front line.
The advances made by the Taliban in this key southern province came on the same day the city's governor was killed by a car bomb in the regional capital. Panjwai is the 5th district in Kandahar province to fall to the armed group in recent weeks as the Taliban offensive gains momentum. They claim to have seized more than 100 out of nearly 400 districts in the country, with a strong presence in the north.
Thanks to God, and this was proven before, that the majority of the Afghan people in the previous era during the Taliban rule for more than 10 years. We are now in control of more than 70% of the territories. It is simply because the people know us very well and the Afghan people have no problem dealing with us.
But many Afghans are frightened. They're concerned the security situation in the country will only worsen once US forces eventually leave.
Not only me, but all Afghans are worried that the Taliban will take over Afghanistan as US troops leave the country. No one in Afghanistan is completely satisfied with the Taliban. From the day the issue of the withdrawal of foreign troops arose, it has had a negative impact on the daily work of people.
The fall of Panjwai district comes just days after US and NATO forces vacated their main Bagram air base near Kabul. The remaining US troops will officially leave the country on September the 11th, a move many regional experts say will only help the Taliban consolidate its growing control of the country. Hamera Chaudhry, Al Jazeera.
Politicians in Israel are expected to vote on a controversial law that prohibits Palestinians from the West Bank from settling permanently with their spouses from Israel or occupying East Jerusalem. Al Jazeera's Henry Fatwit reports.
Mohammed Zatre lives a divided life, dominated by the architecture and bureaucracy of occupation.
If I have get here, 5 minutes in my family.
He was born just outside Jerusalem's eastern limits, so his ID papers are those of a Palestinian from the West Bank. But he lives in occupied East Jerusalem, with his daughter and wife, both of whom have Jerusalem IDs. Mohammed has to apply for a special military permit every 12 months just to live in his own home.
At any moment, they might tell you that you have to leave, you are not welcome.
His wife, Hanadi, can only wish for the chance of permanent, secure status.
We would have more freedom. He could work easily, move easily, travel and live daily life more easily, unlike when you don't have anything and you're afraid all the time, scared.
Across occupied East Jerusalem, thousands of families have been put in this position by a temporary law that has to be renewed every 12 months. The question for them is whether the political shift inside Israel could ease that burden on them. Israel's new right-wing Prime Minister Naftali Bennett leads a government that contains left-wing and Palestinian Israeli parties who are set against voting to extend the law.
This is a trap for him, because it's not a law which is on the books. It's an emergency action that was taken in 2003 at the height of the Second Intifada, when there was real proof that people who had used the family unification actually were engaged in terrorist activities against Israel. That's not the case today.
Now the new opposition leader Benjamin Netanyahu is also threatening to vote against it, to deal an early defeat to the government.
If they don't want to give citizenship to 15,000 Palestinians, they have to abstain. We never had right-wing national parties voting against this law.
For campaigners against the law, such comments reinforce the view that it's about demography, not security.
You hear that the law is necessary for security and to maintain Israel as a Jewish democratic state. So that should be suspicious to everyone. You know, when you are hearing these two justifications, you have to call into question, is it essential only for security reasons?
Even if the law is prevented from lapsing, campaigners hope it may be amended, perhaps exempting at least elderly couples. But that would still leave Mohammed living a restricted life. No Israeli health cover, no driving license, no real peace of mind, even at home. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, occupied East Jerusalem.
Jeff Bezos steps down Monday as the CEO of Amazon.com. Bezos forms the company in his garage, and it began life as an online marketplace for books. But since then, it has expanded into everything from global computer networking to healthcare to space travel, and Bezos has become the world's richest man. Al Jazeera's Shihab reports from Washington, D.C.
Jeff Bezos will remain influential at Amazon after he steps down as CEO, becoming the company's executive chair, reportedly focused on which areas Amazon will move into next.
You expect to see Amazon to venture into businesses where they feel like they can disrupt the landscape by being more customer-oriented, customer-focused. So healthcare, education, all these things will be areas where we have lots of pain points.
The world's richest man, Bezos, is estimated to make about $2,300 per second, more in 1 week than the median worker at Amazon makes in a year. His $1.6 trillion company paid no federal income tax in 2018, instead receiving a $129 million tax rebate from the government. Bezos and Amazon have become a symbol of 21st century inequality.
Farmer and teacher paying 22%. Amazon and 90 other major corporations paying zero in federal taxes. I'm going to put an end to that.
But unlike companies such as Facebook, polls show Amazon is trusted by the US public and respected for its competence, even as it's accused of exploiting its workers and having too much power, not just in its ability to squelch all the competition, but as a result of all the information it's able to gather about its customers' habits. One commentator noted, quote, "Jeff Bezos has won capitalism." Whatever the public's feelings about Bezos, his vision is astonishing, as is his desire for Amazon to be incorporated ever more deeply into all aspects of society. But a key question for many has long been, why? What is Bezos' goal? What does he want? Those who have studied him say the answer is nothing less than the human conquest of the universe, his primary ambition since his youth. A former girlfriend once told reporters that it was this that drove him to amass so much wealth. His idol is Captain Picard of Star Trek. Bezos had considered using Picard's catchphrase, "Make it so," as the name for what would become Amazon. Bezos' decision to shave his head has been noted in this context. However, he's yet to outline an Amazon Prime model of human existence in future space colonies.
There's a lot of one-upmanship, if you will, in those kind of super rich billionaires' minds to make the next impact. So space is the next frontier. And so they may be very honestly believing that they can make a greater impact by exploring and contributing to the faster development of humans colonizing or humans exploring and becoming less dependent on the planet.
And Bezos will soon attempt to achieve his goal of space travel.
It's one Earth. I want to go on this flight because it's a thing I've wanted to do all my life.
A petition has attracted tens of thousands of signatures, pleading with him to remain there. But a more realistic goal for those concerned with his so far unchecked power may be the growing bipartisan congressional support in the US for breaking up his empire. Shihab Ratamsi, Al Jazeera, Washington.
And before we end the news, a recap of our main headlines. Dabo accuses NPP of fomenting tribalism. Trial of alleged notorious fraudster Karanta Dabo resumes. Vicky's Skills Center holds 11th graduation ceremony. Tamsir Jasa say Gambia, our homeland, poised to effect a system change. On the international scene, Taliban seized key districts in Afghanistan as government forces flee. Knesset to vote on Palestinian family reunification law. Jeff Bezos steps down. Amazon founder leaves CEO role after 27 years. That's all for this edition of the news. Thank you for watching and join us for tomorrow's news. Keep watching.